Hey y'all, welcome back to Lingerie and Cocktails. So today, you guys, the topic is sex magic. What made me think about this topic was last week when we was talking about manifesting, and I actually forgot to mention that part of it, how to like manifest very fast, and sex magic would be one of the ways that you can manifest. Hey Anita, one second, y'all. I'm gonna plug up my computer. Okay. Um, but yeah, so I want to discuss that. Do y'all know anything? I will be listening while I eat. Okay, girl. Do y'all know anything about sex magic? Let me cover myself. I want to show y'all my goodies now. No. Hold on. Yeah. Do y'all know anything about sex magic? And have anybody ever tried it? Just curious. Just curious. Okay. So, hold on. I think we're going to have a guest come, and then we're going to talk about it. So I let a few more people come in. But I know for some people, they probably think like, oh, this is so weird. You know, this is just really, really weird. But if you understand the laws, right? The laws, everything vibrates. So when you understand the vibration, that everything in this world vibrates, then you'll understand that everything is tangible. It's just that you have to vibrate on that level to be able to receive whatever it is that you want to receive, you know? So we're gonna talk about it. Hey Lovey. You ever done sex magic before? Let me cut my phone on silence. Cause uh-uh. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. But like I said, I want to bring this topic up because we was talking about manifesting last week. And it was me, Marissa, and AJ. We was all on the live together. And I totally forgot. I don't know if I got drunk. I don't know what the hell happened. But I got drunk and I didn't mention this part of it. And I forgot after, and I was like, you know what? This will be my next topic for this week. No, I don't think so. She told me, no, I don't think so. Well, Gary, you probably gonna learn some things, okay? Learn some things today. Uh-oh. Hold on one second, y'all. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna just go ahead and start. So sexual energy is very high vibrational. Basically, when you have sex, that's like a high vibration. Just think about it like when you are with somebody, that's like when people have sex, what do people be like, oh my God, it's a feeling that you get that you don't typically get. It's like you in another dimension or another realm or something like that. So think about it. If you have that feeling, you're having intercourse. You probably you don't have to have intercourse with somebody either. It can just be you like masturbating or something like that, right? So when you get to that peak and that level, that is a vibration that you're on, right? And so if it's something that you want in life or you want to achieve, that would be the best way and the fastest way. That's one of the fastest ways to get it. Right there when you at that level. So, and I know y'all probably think I'm crazy, but I'm telling you, try it and it works. If you do everything correctly, it'll work. Okay. So like people like when you are doing this, people tend to lose their limiting beliefs during sex. So it's a perfect opportunity to transmute that sexual energy into fuel for attracting your desires. You know what I'm saying?
Hi.
Hey, what's
Hi. Hey.
up?
You girl, you are so beautiful.
Thank
Uh,
you. You say that all the time.
you are beautiful. You are gorgeous.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I know I say that all the time. About time you started believing me.
I know. I'm just girl. I'm like, girl, you have to say that.
Girl,
Word, and I'm glad
you look
word
just
came
like
in.
one of my favorite people in this world.
Huh?
I said you look just like one of my favorite people in this world.
Who?
Her name starts with an N.
Ian.
Yeah. Her nickname. Anyway,
Okay, whatever. But look, I want to say with word, this topic that we talking about, I kind of wanted you to get on this topic as well and talk about it. But I know you had your little situation going on, so I didn't really want to bother you. And
I want to bother you, word. Come up.
girl, you don't know what happened.
Oh, I'm
He was
sorry.
sick. He was sick the other day. He had went to the hospital and stuff. Yeah,
I
and
hope you
so,
feel better.
but I think he better now because he did a lot the other day. But I'm just saying, like, I didn't want to bother him, but I kind of would like for him to talk on the topic. But both of you are beautiful. Thank you, Anita. Yeah, Anita's the one that asked about the name of that diet. That
Anita. Sorry, I got me some breadsticks and I'm going ham on
oh yeah, yeah. So that's what hey Marlene, what's up? We talking about sex magic, girl. You know about sex magic?
Hi, Lovey. Hi, Anita. Hi, Marlene. Hi, Word.
You know about sex magic, girl. So before you came up, I was just talking about like sex magic, and basically sexual energy is the highest vibrational energy or one of the highest vibrational energies. And just that you can pretty much manifest whatever desires you want either with somebody or without somebody. sexually.
Absolutely.
You just have to meet that vibration.
Hmm.
So I was just saying, basically, like the experience of sex feels good. I hope it feels good to people. If it don't feel good, baby, you ain't doing something. Yeah, you ain't doing something right. Okay.
If
But
it don't, you need to book Tay for a session. But anyway, go ahead.
but like what I was saying is just that, at that level, that peak, like just think about it. I know this is like very funny topic. Some people don't want to talk about it or whatever the case may be. But when you actually are in that space and you're either having sex or you're masturbating, think about when it comes to that point, what height you're on, like how you feel. It's like you in another dimension, another realm, right?
Definitely.
So then, I feel like when people have sex, they tend to lose their limited beliefs. So think about it, like, when you're not having sex, then you tend to think about, okay, well, I want to manifest we're just gonna say I want to manifest $1 million, or I want to manifest a house. But you'll bring you'll something in your mind to come up all the reasons why you can't do whatever it is that you want to do. But when you having that sexual experience, that don't come up, do it?
Nope. And
Huh?
I said in most, no, it doesn't come up.
Right. It's like you can do anything, right? You can do anything in the world you can do. Like, you don't think about nothing, like you don't think about, oh, this is stopping me, that is stopping me. No, you feel like you can do anything in the world. So that's why this is like the perfect time to be able to manifest whatever it is that you want.
Absolutely.
You still on them breadsticks?
Girl. And they hitting too.
So I had wrote down, I said, when you feel good, you unblock your manifestation power and reclaim the power of creation that was always within.
Absolutely. And I just want to point out one thing. Um, the symbols of the past are not only works of art, they're instructions. For example, the ankh, which is basically the cross with a loop at the end so that the energy can keep flowing. That is an example of how your energy has to flow in order for you to use sexual energy to manifest. So instead of pushing, outward, you have to just imagine sucking that energy back up into yourself and using that ankh to make it flow throughout
You
your
call
body.
it the ankh? I never heard nobody say. Oh,
Yeah, that's
I call it
all.
the ankh.
Oh, my bad.
I'm country though. I don't know. I don't know. Don't get. I might be wrong. I call it just the ankh though.
Child, we both from the same place, so we might both be saying it wrong.
You ain't lying. That part. Shoot. I
Maybe
know.
we're educate us on the proper way to pronounce it.
No, I totally agree or whatever. I think this is so yeah. So I feel like everybody has the power. Look at him. Why are you crying over there? Everybody has the power. Like Word was saying last time in his live, he was like, you can write your own story. Everybody has the power within to create their own life. You know, you have the power to write your own story. You can rewrite your own story at any time. Anytime. No time is never too late. So basically, when you want to manifest, and this is sexually, this is with somebody or without somebody. I feel like when you do it with somebody, both of y'all need to be on the same page. What you think?
Um, not necessarily.
No.
Um,
Okay.
I think that another person's energy, if a person is already consenting to exchange energy with you, and
You just gonna snatch their energy.
well, if they've already, I mean, because that energy will be expended either way, you can either waste that energy and push it out into the universe and let something else harness it and use it to manifest. Notice I said something, or even possibly someone, or you can
So
choose.
so so Amber is telling y'all to snatch somebody energy without just okay, go ahead. I'm
I'm
with you though
saying
because people
that
snatch your energy anyway. So go ahead.
no, that's not what I'm saying. But when you choose to have sex with someone, you are intertwining energy, and you are using the same amount of energy, whether you choose to push that energy out into the universe or you choose to anchor it within yourself and use it to manifest. I'm not saying you're stealing or snatching, but when a person agrees to have sex with you, they can use that energy as they wish. The same way when your job pays you, you don't have to pay your bills with your check. You can you can you know freak it off if you want to, but it ain't gonna put you in a better position. But you can if you want to. But if you choose to invest your money rather than freak it off, and you end up being a multimillionaire because of your choice in investments, and your neighbor ends up still being poor because they made worse choices. They made bad choices with what they chose to use that money for or that energy for. I mean, how are you responsible for that? Like, if you're already agreeing to exchange energy with me, it is my freedom to do what I want with the energy that you have willingly given to me. You
Okay.
word, tell me what you think. What I mean, am I wrong?
No, you right. I just think it's funny, but you right.
Word, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, bro. Tell me. If I'm wrong, let me know.
Here we go. What up, Slewfoot? What up, Game Pro? Okay, I'm watching you on my TV, so I won't be on the chat, but I'm listening. Okay, well, thank you, Anita. I appreciate you. But no, you right. I completely agree. If you decide to lay down and have sex with somebody, then you decide to give that person your energy, right? So what you say is basically whatever I decide to do with it, then that's on, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
I'm
I agree.
fucked. So guess what? The energy that I gave them, they can do what they wish with it as well. If they choose to freak it off, that's on them.
Hmm.
When they could invest it to manifest, like I'm gonna do, you know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like when you decide that you want to manifest, right, you should choose one thing first because we got a whole bunch of things we want to manifest. You might want a car, you want a house, you want a husband or a wife, or you want to travel, you want to be financially free. We got all of these things that we would like to manifest. And I feel like you need to choose one. Just one for now. And then the next would be set the intention.
Absolutely.
Set the intention would be like, why? Why do I want $1 million? Why do I want a house? Why do I want a car? You know what I'm saying? You need to set the intention into the universe to let the universe know, okay, this is the reason why I want such and such and such. Right? So I put whatever energy you send out, that's exactly what you will receive. And Try to associate your desire with positive emotions. These emotions are the feelings you want to align with during sex, right? So for people who have sex, and we all have sex, I don't know. We're not supposed to sit up here and act like we don't have sex, okay? People, sex, okay, we have sex, all right? Ain't nobody up in this thing ain't had no sex before, and if you ain't, you must be a child and you need to get out, right? But you need to align yourself with sex, okay? So for most people, how does sex feel? Right? So you need to align yourself with those emotions so that way you're able to attract whatever it is that you want to attract. I also have a scale. You can go ahead if you want to add something, you can go ahead and add.
No, I'm listening. I'm in the chat talking as well.
Oh, okay. So I have an emotional guidance scale that I feel like everybody can look at. I don't know if it's big enough. Let's see if that'll work. I don't know. But I'm gonna share it with y'all. What y'all talking about in the chat?
So Word was just saying he was gonna break it down when he comes up, but he would say that if it's not mutually understood, one party takes the energy and one will be left without. But I'm saying if there's balance in it, because there are some experiences where you are left energized, and there are some experiences where you are left depleted. And if you're mindful of yourself, throughout these encounters, and okay, this person's energy is stronger in this interaction, therefore they are going to be taking from me, you can be pure in what's being taken from you because you've agreed to it. Now, if they choose to fuck that energy off and just release it out into the atmosphere and not use it to manifest anything in their life, that's on them. But if there's ever a point where my my where I take that energy and I choose to use it to manifest and to multiply the positive and beneficial things in my life, like I don't feel that I'm taking advantage, because when the tables were turned and I was the one that was in the position that was giving, I gave freely, but it was up to you what you did with my energy. If you screwed my energy off, that's not my problem. And that's not my fault.
I thought it has to be two parties mutual, two parties together for it to, you know what I mean, to really work. Otherwise, it's best to just masturbate by yourself and just do it on your own.
Right. So here's the thing. When you're manifesting, you guys are not one person. Yes, like you can combine energies and be one energetic force, but the the reality of it is when you engage in a sexual encounter with someone, you don't know whether you're going to end up being the dominant energy or the reciprocal energy. And if you end up being the dominant energy, then you are going to have dominion over that power in that particular session. Whereas if you were more of the submissive energy, you would not have that same power. But believe it or not, even in traditional male female relationships, that balance naturally changes with each session. It will be different. You know what I'm saying? Like one person will not always be the receiver and the other person won't always be the giver. There will always be a balance because our universe seeks the balance. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is if that other person has not educated themselves upon this topic and they waste that energy, I don't feel that's on me, especially when I was freely giving of that energy as they were. Like, yes, okay, I could teach them, but at the same time, like I was responsible for my own evolution and growth in this lifetime. And just because I know what to do with energy that other people don't know what to do with, I don't feel that that makes me wrong. Especially if I'm willing to teach if they ask, but I don't force things upon people.
The easiest way I can explain is where people can observe for themselves, especially women. Think of a time where the other climax and you didn't. How did you feel afterwards? That would probably be a conversation that men need to say because majority of the time it be the men that climax and the woman didn't get hers. But I get what he's saying because then right, you need to feel good about it once you've done it, right? Is that where he going with it? Like you need to feel good because even the aftermath, once you if you're snatching somebody's I hate to say snatch somebody's energy, but if they're giving their energy and then you don't feel good after it, then you're not gonna be able to manifest like that. Right? What up, realist?
I
So
don't think
you want
so.
to feel good.
I mean, regardless of whether they feel good or they feel bad, I feel that as long as things end up being in balance and you give and you receive with a clear conscience. Look here, like I'll give you an example. Um, my company could a company could be a corrupt company who funds drug lords and the mafia, right? And I'm not aware of that, but the money that that a company pays me, it could be dirty money. But in my thought process, I'm like, okay, I'm working for this money, I'm earning it. And if I invest that money and then I make money off that money, it's not considered dirty money
But
because
if it's dirty money and you know it's dirty money, then
but I don't feel
consciously
like that's knowing, like, because, like, regardless of whether a person agrees to have sex with someone and that person is mindful and aware of what sex magic is and the manifesting power of it,
they might
whether
not be mindful. Okay, so what happened if they're not mindful
so
and
even if
aware
they're not
that you're
mindful
going
of
to be doing this?
even if they're not mindful of it, it's the same difference. You're not taking more of this person than what they were willing to give. When they agree to have when you agree to have sex with somebody, you are agreeing to an exchange of energy. You are depositing
That's a fact.
you are depositing a finite amount of energy into them, and they are depositing a finite amount of energy into you. Now, if you choose to use the energy that results in that encounter to manifest your goals and your desires in your life, how are you taking advantage of that other person when they had the opportunity to use the energy for the same thing?
No, I don't feel like it's taking advantage of.
Yeah.
It's just that kind of like what Word said. If you have to feel good after you do it. I feel like because you
When
want it to manifest, the aftermath of the climax, you want to be able to relax, you want to be able to think about what happened, enjoy that you was on that vibration, visualize, imagine what you want. You know what I mean? You want to feel real good after.
and you may, but let's think about this as well. When a person goes to Walmart and they pay for their items, whether they feel good about their purchase or they feel bad about their purchase, they agreed at the point of sale to pay Walmart a specific amount of money for the items in which they purchased. When they
Right, but that right. You're right. But that's not how manifestation works. If you want manifestation to work, you have to feel good. It's steps
how is
that go
how is
on. If
I'm
you
sorry.
manifest and you don't feel good about it, it's not gonna come across to the universe. It's not gonna be a vibrational match.
So my thing is, how is it, if you use your energy efficiently and the energy that others agree to give you efficiently and use that energy to manifest things in your life, you feel good about it. So whether the person feels good about the energy that they agreed to give or not, like, I don't think another person outside of yourself dictates how your energetic, path will flow. It's about how you personally feel.
It could, cause like after you bust a nut and you be like, whoo, and then you look over there and they
I already know what you're gonna say. Oh my god.
if you bust a nut and then you look over there and they mad or something because they didn't get theirs, then that mess up your whole vibe. That mess up your whole manifestation.
But that's not
You
a
know what I'm saying? You like, ooh, damn, that was good. Cause as a woman, I felt that shit before. Well, a man just nutted and you be like, motherfucker.
but you but that's not
Bitch, I know you did. I know you just did.
but that's not a situation in which
Right,
you
because then now you gotta argue. Cause now you gotta argue. Cause
well, no, what I'm saying is you would not use that energy of that encounter to manifest, especially when there was not a reciprocal flow of energy. It would
if
be
you if you in the act of having sex and you at your peak and you have an orgasm, then you could be manifesting right there at your peak. You ain't gonna notice that the person is not into it till after you manifested and you had your orgasm and you look over here and then you like, why the fuck you mad?
right.
Right?
But what I'm saying is, I've never had an encounter like that. Like,
I have. I
I
ain't
feel
even gonna
like
lie. I'm not supposed to act like I've had an encounter like that.
I'm not acting like that, but what I'm saying is, I feel like people give you cues throughout the encounter. Like, it shouldn't be a situation where you're not realizing what it is until afterwards. Like, when you're paying attention and you're in tune with somebody, you can tell if they not really into something. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? And if they're not into it in the way that you feel like you need them to be into it for you to.
Okay. You ain't never had nobody, you know, you had sex with somebody and then they just nut out of nowhere and you didn't expect it. It's like, what the fuck? I didn't get mine first.
Yes, I have had
You
before.
okay? And it's like you could be in tune. You could be with it.
Right.
Like
There's no
I'm down. Yeah,
orgasm
let's go. And
in
then it's
that.
like out of nowhere, boom, that's it. And it's like,
Right.
what?
Right, but there's no orgasm happening in those instances. So there's
It
not
happens quick.
energy. Right. There's no manifesting energy to even utilize because you didn't get to the point to where you could even use it.
But
You,
he used that energy
right. Yeah.
because he was climaxing and he had an orgasm or she had an orgasm and
Exactly.
they used that energy,
Right. Yes.
right?
They could. And that's why I said the dynamic, it can change from encounter to encounter.
Hey, Miss 702. I'm just saying, I've had instances where yeah, he might have been sucky, right? He might have been sucky and he probably knew I wasn't in it. But some people are selfish. They still gonna try to do what they do, you know. But then you have others that I mean, come on, have you had a dude be like, oh my God, I was just so excited. I was so excited. I was just so ready to get you. Right? And he just
Right.
come out of nowhere. And it's like, nigga, really, you came in the chat at the right time. Oh Lord. Y'all getting, what do you say? Y'all getting deep over here, huh? No pun. I think so, Anita. Or at least I'm dead. Oh, 50 and Bree. Yeah, girl. This is a grown folks topic. My bad. Grown folks topic tonight. But yeah, so I don't know. But that's a good little discussion that we have going on. I just think it's a really good discussion. Um, I don't know. We both have differences on that. We got differences on that. But I forgot, where was I at? I don't know. Oh, I was on the guidance scale. So let me show y'all the guidance scale, right? Let me share my screen. Can y'all see that?
Um,
Can you see that?
I can see it.
Okay, so you have the guidance scale. You got joy, knowledge, empowerment, freedom, love, and appreciation. Like I feel like those are that's the highest vibrational um that's the highest vibration. Love, joy, appreciation, freedom. That's like the best time for you to manifest when you feel at that level. And that could be either sex, that could be in life in general. And be pacific too. When you're at that level, be pacific. That way, you're able to receive whatever it is you want to receive. Number two, it has passion, enthusiasm. 4 is positive expectation, beliefs. 5 is optimism. 6 is hopefulness. 7 is contentment. 8 is boredom. 9 is pessimism, frustration, irritation, impatience, overwhelmment, disappointment. These are all the ones where you don't want to be manifesting on this level, where you're worried, you're angry, you're at revenge, jealousy, insecurity, fear, grief. You know,
Definitely.
this is just an emotional scale. Um, it's like an emotional scale because um, when you decide to obtain the things that you want to attain, the law of vibration states that everything in this world, whether it's tangible or intangible, is made of energy. And it's vibrating at a specific level. So
Definitely.
one
and
second. Go ahead.
just to add, this is just a little bit off topic, but you don't even, it's just the energy of elation that can be used to manifest more good things. Let's say something really good happens to you in a day. You can use the high from that energy to manifest more good things. And it's just about utilizing the energy that you create and generate within yourself and using that energy to manifest things in the physical world that you want. Because let me tell you something, whether you are using that energy to manifest in your life, your energy is being used. You are pushing it out into the universe and other people are using it, or you're using it yourself. Either way, you're expending the energy.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I can give you that chart, Miss 702. I can send it to your IG if you have it. It reminds me of Maslow. I don't even know what that is. What is that? We going
Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Hi, Cat Daddy. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's like a psychological concept.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of it.
Maslow is a psychologist, but
Oh, okay.
Carl Jung. Carl Jung is one of my favorite. But anyway, I digress. It's about just you know one of the most common, one the most, how do I put this? The highest physical experience in this realm is an orgasm, and that is made up of energy, and that energy is powerful. It has the ability to create and destroy. Nobody is telling you to do witchcraft or be into this or be into that, but what we're saying is be mindful of the energy that you're generating and where you are expending that energy. Because whether you choose to use that energy to manifest things in your life, or other people siphon that energy from their surroundings because you're pushing it out and it's a free for all, your energy is being expended and used. You may as well use it for yourself.
Yeah, and I agree. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, like you said, nobody's asking to cast spells or nobody's asking you to do that. If that's not something you into, that's not something you want to do. But I believe everyone has to truly understand that everybody is energy. That's why when you get around certain people, they can make you sick, or they can bring you up or they can bring you down. So everybody is energy. At the end of the day, you have to start looking at it as like everybody is energy and everything is energy. And whatever it is that you want to match or vibrate to, just match that energy and you'll bring it into your life. So just 1 second, y'all.
All right.
Just wanted to throw her on the ground.
It's Miss 702. You know you can't be vague like that with Tay. She gonna ask questions.
What happened?
Girl, look in the chat.
CD was popping. I was listening to Carl Jung auto book today. Who is Carl Jung? I'm gonna put this in my phone so I can check these people out.
Carl Jung is a protege of Freud, and he is the one who discovered the concept of collective consciousness.
Oh, okay.
So
Y'all put me on to something. I'll put still look into this. Thank you, Cat Daddy.
well, yeah, I had mentioned Jung earlier, and so he was saying he just looked at a Jung ebook.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I must have been talking to my baby boy. I was talking to him for a minute, so I didn't.
So that's why he was saying he listened to a Carl Jung ebook, because I was telling him about. I was saying how. But did you guys know that, like, in reference to sex magic? Let me just get to my.
Thank you. I don't think I need that, but thank you.
So, the man's name is Pascal Beverly Randolph. He introduced. Sex
What is
magic
his
to
name?
North American. Pascal Beverly Randolph. Actually, let me go back and make sure I have it right. Pascal. It's like Paschcal. But he is one of the people who introduced the concept to begin with. and in North America. And I thought that was extremely interesting. He was the son of a slave, an African woman, and a white man. And he dedicated to his life to medicine and occultism.
Okay, so this is how he looked. I'm gonna show y'all. This is him right here.
It's still loading for me. Yes, that's him.
Okay,
So,
perfect. So he was a black man.
right. His mother was black. She was a slave, and his father was white.
Okay, perfect. That's cool. Interesting to know. I did sex magic once. What?
That
It worked, but not like I thought.
that's
Bitch, what happened?
see, I
I want
told
to
you what
know.
I told you, Miss 702. I told you. That's why I said just wait. Take on one more details on that.
Y'all know I'm nosy, girl. What happened?
The dude on the screen kind of looks like Leonardo DiCaprio a little bit.
He do.
Yeah.
What you do, girl, when you manifest, what you manifest? Something like you want him to be in love with you, something, and he became a straight stalker. Cause I think that's probably what the hell I be doing when I be having.
She probably made somebody crazy about her and realized she didn't want him afterwards because he was for real crazy.
Right. Okay. Marlene, Lovey. I did. Wait, hold on. I did a pleasure yourself spell, but I had my tax refund on my mind. My refund was deposited days later. Be careful what's on your conscience while manifesting. And that's facts. Oh my goodness. That's facts though. That's why you got to be careful what's on your conscience. You really do. You have to check your mind when you manifest. The negative things you have to like put a positive to it when you hear something negative in the background.
Right. I agree with that.
That is too funny. So I feel like after you manifest, right? And then you set your intention, and then the intention is, why do I want $1 million? Why do I want a brand new car? Why do I want a house? Why do I want to be financially free? Those are all that's how you set your intention. And then we use the guidance scale. Basically, when you set the intention, you want to come across, you know, your vibration needs to match the frequency that you want. After that, you basically, you get in the mood with whoever. If you gonna decide to do this with somebody, then hey, y'all do the damn thing, or if you decide to do this by yourself, you want to masturbate on your own, I suggest set the mood, set the environment where everything is nice and smooth, and you can get your freak on, whatever it is to make you set the mood, and basically maximize your energy. I get your conscience is no joke, especially before spells. Yes. That's why you got to be clear. You have to be clear. It's very important to be clear and not really, thinking about certain things. Really just thinking about what it is that you want to manifest. Once you set the mood and you bounce, 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 and you do your thing, and you get to that height, that frequency, that orgasm. You know how we all grown up in here. You know how you get to that point and you be like, oh my God. Boom, you manifest right there. You put everything that whatever it is that you want, that one thing that you want. You
Absolutely.
think about it right then and there.
And Cat Daddy brought up Neville Goddard. He explains that seeing yourself having already received the manifestation, seeing it through a first person point of view, that's called the law of assumption. That's assuming that everything that you want is already yours and staying true to your assumption that it will come into, you know, that it will manifest and come into fruition. And,
Amen.
huh?
Amen.
Yes. Imagining everything about it, like, the smells, the sounds, the feelings. And that's what Cat Daddy's saying right now. Um, but, just being completely immersed in your reality. It's basically willfully being delusional, but using that delusion to manifest. Because the law of assumption just is like, it works off a very true concept that this is your world, and in everybody there is a seed of you, so you have control over your future, and it's true for all of us.
People can call it, you can call it delusional, you
Right.
can call it whatever, crazy or whatever, but what is faith? The
The
same thing, right? Even in your hardest times, even when it looks like things are not working out for you, or when it's just nothing is gonna come about, you have to be able to have the faith. You have to look delusional, you have to look crazy and seem like you're gonna get out of this situation regardless of what your circumstances is.
Definitely.
That's all it is. I feel like a lot of the times when we go through certain things and this and that, the only reason we stay stuck in the situation that we stay stuck because we keep thinking about it.
Right.
Just think about how you would feel if you was out of that situation. And I know it's hard. It's hard because I'm not supposed to sit up here and act like I ain't never sat and thought about how the fuck I'm gonna pay these bills. This light bill due, this rent bill due, and you know what I mean? You constantly playing it out in your head. How am I gonna get the money? Where I'm gonna get the money? How is this gonna happen? How is that? I've been there. I've been there. I'm not even pissed to cap, but you get to a point, and I'm not gonna say, I got to a certain point where it's like, damn, I can't do nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm sitting here worrying, stressing myself the fuck out. And at the end of the day, either it works out or it don't work out.
Right.
And I just have to either move on from this situation or whatever the case may be. I'm not supposed to stress myself out. You can't stress yourself out over things that you have no control over.
Absolutely.
So that's really how I feel about it.
One thing I want to mention about sex magic is when children are conceived, their demeanor depends on the energy of that particular encounter. So if there was, anxiety, anger, frustration, you're going to have a troubled child. But if there was elation, joy, and excitement, you're going to have a happy child.
Yeah, I agree. Not only seeing, but imagining the sounds, smells, and feelings. And that's facts. Yep, you sure right about that. You got to imagine everything that you want. Be detailed. If you can be detailed about the house that you want, the car that you want, that's why it's important. I know I'm kind of getting off topic, but it's kind of still the same thing. It's like manifesting the same thing. That's why it's important to drive the car that you want to drive. If you want to live in a certain neighborhood, drive around the neighborhood. If it's if it's the certain house that you want, go inside the house. Go look in it. That way when you go back home, you can manifest, and you can basically detail exactly how the house looked because you didn't went in it. So now you can explain to source or God whatever it is that you want. And now you got, okay, I want, when I walk in my house, I want it to look like this. I want this to look like that. I want, I wanted to, you just have everything all lined up.
Right. I mean, and be so specific to the point that you are imagining the way that the feel of the floors feel underneath your feet. If they're wood floors, you should feel your feet maybe slightly sticking to them if it's a hot day, or it might be cold if it's a cool day, or you might have socks on and you might be kind of sliding across wood floors. Like, imagine the small details.
Hmm. Willingly delusional. I dig that with a shuffle. Facts. So basically, Cat Daddy already explained really the rest of it. That was really what it is, basically surrender to the sexual energy. Basically, don't cave in. I know sometimes as women, when we are, at our highest peak, sometimes we might cave in into the orgasm. No, you don't want to cave in. Have fun. Don't cave in. Let go, release, and enjoy the experience.
Yeah, Cat Daddy was talking about the law of assumption, but like, it's so many of those concepts that still tie into this, and it's really the same thing. I mean, not exactly the same thing, but after you use this sex magic to manifest things in your life, you have to hold faith that these things are coming to past, path, coming forth, coming to pass. And if you don't truly believe it, you can delay your blessings. You can delay the things you manifest by your
Yeah,
negative.
or it won't come at all.
Right.
It won't
Well,
come.
I mean,
Girl, I'm drinking this shit you gave me. It's not that bad though.
oh, it ain't.
Mm-mm.
Girl, I see you got it on some ice.
I can drink that. It ain't that bad. I'm about to mix it with something though. I just want to taste it
Yeah.
because you said it was nasty.
I just, girl, anything that makes me throw up once, I'm good.
It made you throw up.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I
Mm.
mean, you know me, I don't always eat. Um, so that's probably the reason.
Damn. Okay. But no, I agree with what you're saying. Yeah, you gotta baby, it gotta come across. You can't, that's why after you do it, whether you do it with somebody or you masturbate, you gotta relax and visualize basically like what you said, what Cat Daddy said. And after that, you can't doubt. You can't doubt, you can't worry. You can't if you doubt, you worry, you didn't mess it up. That's it. You didn't like messed it up. It might not even come, like Amber said, or it might be delayed. I don't even think it's gonna come because then it's like you're not vibrating on that level. You're doubting. So now you dropping down a few notches.
I feel like anything that you energetically earn is yours. And I think it will eventually come to you, but you can delay the timing in which it comes, which is no different than it never coming at all. Especially in a moment that you need something specific to come through and it doesn't come through when you need it to, you know, it could come through afterwards. I've had that happen as well. So it's like, just learning to tune into the frequency of the things that you want. There's a such thing as accidentally manifesting circumstances to play out in your life based on the things you think about. when you reach, your peak.
I think I've accidentally manifested some things before. Miss 702 say my family from Louisiana. I've been considering for years to write a book on spell work. Write it, write it,
Yeah.
girl, write it. I say go for it and do it, and I'll buy the book, baby. I will buy the book. Let me say a forehead kiss is intimacy magic. Why would you say that, Miss 702? You need to come up. Our intuition with the man can be blocked by a man who kiss our forehead. Is that why? Because of the third eye? Man, you need to come up. Is it because of the third eye? You heard of that before? Y'all, my this
What?
this is not working. My things is out. And y'all know my things, boy, they hang low.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to keep them covered up for y'all, but dang.
Here
They
she.
trying, baby, them babies trying to pop out tonight. You hear me? Okay. They trying to pop out. You can do it without a partner anyways, too. Oh, you talking about manifest? Yeah, you can masturbate if that's what you're talking about. That's what you're talking about. Them babies try. I missed the first 30 minutes. Are y'all saying masturbate as a part of? Yeah, yeah. We talking about like sexually doing it, like because we talking about what we talking about. Cat daddy is basically when you have sex and you masturbate, whether it's an orgasm or you with somebody. That's like the highest height. Just really think about when you had your orgasm. How did you feel? It's like the highest height of anything. So we talking about at that point, manifesting what it is that you want. I feel like when you do it sexually, it comes quicker because you already at that height. It's like you in another realm, you in another dimension. You already there. You already done reached it. Versus like I say, when you have sex, there's no limitations. You don't think about anything. It's just you having sex with this person, and it's like, oh my God. Oh my God. You know what I mean? You just like at a certain level. Versus if let's just say something good happened to you. Oh, let me drop the link. I didn't even drop the link for y'all, huh? I'm sorry. Versus say okay, oh okay, well, I don't know, you won something, or something really really good happened to you, so you already at a certain frequency, right? And you try to manifest something. It possibly could work, but in your mind, it's really based on how your mind works. If you decide to manifest something at a certain link, at a certain level, and then you backtrack, you get what I'm saying, and say, well, maybe I can't get this because of that, and I don't have this much money, so I probably can't get that, right? Versus when you have sex, you don't think about that.
Right.
You're just, oh my God, you just at this height. You don't doubt anything when you having sex. You feel like you can do anything, right?
True. Absolutely.
What's up, y'all? Word, Miss
Uh,
702.
What up, though? Hey, I'm gonna jump down in a second. I just wanted to add something real quick, but Miss 702 kind of hit on it already. She was talking about her tax return. When you in the midst of climaxing, to properly manifest, just my opinion, from my experience, my observation, you have to have what you want in mind as you're climaxing because you're putting that energy is going out. A lot of times people climax and then try to manifest after the climax and wonder why it's not working properly. It's because the energy is already out there. And like Amber said, we put energy out and other people siphon it. And that's one of the biggest ways we do it. You got to have in mind what you as you climax, and that's why when we was talking about semen retention, if you listen to like athletes and stuff, they don't climax. They hold that energy in, and then they use it. So it's not only manifesting um, via thought, but action also. That's what semen retention is the manifestation through action. That's why people hold on to their men anyway. Hold on. Well, women ejaculate too. So, but the ejaculation is different for women. And we get into that. That's a whole nother show. I expose you to something that may be interesting to you about female ejaculation, where the fluid comes from. But um, yeah, I think that's one of the key points that people don't take in consideration is as you're climaxing, you're supposed to have in mind what you're trying to manifest. And Amber said something earlier. Oh, maybe one of y'all said it when y'all was saying, "Oh, this is good" or "This person is good." As you're climaxing, that's what you manifest. And you putting that energy back into that person. That's why I said it has to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It has to be. Um, in my opinion, this is my opinion. I think that's why it should be uh complementary. Like people have to agree on what they're trying to manifest because, like I was saying earlier, if I'm climaxing in a female knot, you got to pay attention to those emotions, those feelings. How do you feel? If you're not feeling good, you get your energy took. If I'm feeling good and you're not feeling good, I win. If you feeling good and I'm not feeling good, you win. But if we both feeling good at the end, then we
It's an
exchange energy.
explosive manifestation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then too, like they can be off-putting. They can do certain things that can be off-putting. That's why it's best if you are to do it with somebody, do it with somebody who knows, um, how to move, how to do certain things, to your body to make you feel good. Because you want to be feeling at a certain, you want to be at a certain level.
Emotions are frequency. That's the frequency we put out is the emotion. The thought is the message that we put out. So if you have bad thoughts or if you have a negative thought and then you have negative emotions behind it, that's what you manifesting. That's what you're putting out to the universe. That's what you calling to. So that's why I say it's no point in just having sex with people. You got to have the right partner that complements you.
Hmm. Marlene said, I've definitely had something to manifest after a multiple climax. Oh, she said multiple. I ain't mad at you, sis. But go ahead, Miss 702.
I just love this topic so much. And you are so brave to do this topic because people don't talk about it that much. I feel like, because I hear guys talk about spell work all the time as it relates to sex and love, I feel like guys think we always do these things to get them. But you can do this to just make yourself feel better about you. Because what if you've lost your way? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes females fall off too, where you just not feeling it and you're not feeling like you're that type of being. Like you said, when you set the mood and you do the work, however you do the work, because there are some wonderful ways to do the work just for yourself, you could get yourself back in the mood and get yourself back in that headspace. Because I think sometimes all of us, like you're a parent, people have businesses, people have jobs, people have their daily lives. You disconnect a little bit from your sensual self, your intimate self, or your sexual self. So it's necessary for all of us to get into some type of routine to keep ourselves going or to revive that part of ourselves.
Absolutely. And just to
Mhm.
add something onto that, sex magic works best when you use that on yourself. Using magic on others is a dangerous game, and it can have unpredictable results. Um, you should never manipulate another person's free will. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. I would focus my energy, if I were you guys, on self-improvement, manifesting the things that I want in my life. But when it comes to manipulating another person's free will, I wouldn't do it. Yes, it'll work, but there are repercussions that you won't want to have to pay, and you will have to pay them.
I just want to say shout out to Miss 702 and Cat Daddy real quick. I'm gonna hop down, so I'm gonna try to pop back up, trying to get these babies. So,
All
It
right.
was nice being on panel with you.
so, man, you better start hitting my panel, Miss 702.
But I wanted to tap on to what she said just a moment ago. Me being born into a culture where we really do this, right? Like I see some stuff on the internet and I see some stuff on YouTube sometimes, and I'll be like, "Oh, that's scary," because they doing a bunch of different things that don't go together, right? The thing that people don't realize at the end of the day is you can't change a person's core. You may temporarily be able to manipulate a person or deceive a person in some way, but you can never change a person's core. So I always tell people you can't keep a man doing that. If that's your keep a man plan, it's not gonna work, or you're gonna be doing this to the day you close your eyes. Because you
Yeah, you
cannot
talking
change
about
a person's
basically
core.
you basically
Yeah.
talking about doing like the magic and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So don't think that that's your like plan to keep somebody or to get somebody to be the person that you want them to be. You know, that's why
right,
when she just said a moment ago, like it's best to work on yourself and work things from your own angle. You know what I'm saying? That is the best way to do everything is for yourself.
right. I agree. Hey, Drina. Thanks for
I,
coming in. We had a live earlier today. I truly enjoyed that live, y'all.
I was in the chat. It was great.
Yeah, we had a good live. Definitely, if y'all haven't checked it out, y'all go check out Drina channel.
So catch. I'm
Yeah.
just sleepy, y'all. Yeah, catch the replay. Great topic earlier today. Um,
Yeah, it was dope. But yeah, what Miss 702, what you were saying, talk about if he kissed you on your forehead, what would you mean
Exactly
about
what
that?
you said. He blocking you. He's blocking you. And a lot of elders will tell you that, like when a man kisses you on your forehead, it knocks down your female intuition. So if this man like means to deceive you and means to manipulate you, then that's an easy thing for them to do to you is kiss you on your forehead and block your intuition, block your foresight. You know how you could just dream
This is the
about a man?
first time I
You know how
heard.
you go to sleep at night and you be like, I seen the whole thing in my dream, right? You won't dream about him and what he's doing or what he's like. It won't come through. Like he's literally blocking you. So forehead kisses from everyone is not good. Hey Trina.
It's not good. Okay. Reminder: forehead kisses is not good. Is it because of your third eye, and then when he kiss, it blocks the
Yes.
third eye?
Blocks your mind. It blocks your deep subconscious. It blocks all of those things. And I don't even know if men know that they're doing that, but they will. Like
They probably don't
you'll get a
know.
man to kiss you on the forehead. When he kiss you on the forehead,
I've
see if you
had
dream
them, but
about
I
him.
thought that was supposed to be
See if
like
that
ain't it
if
supposed to be like, oh my god? Because a lot of men don't kiss you on the forehead, but you get every now and then you get. I feel like that sweet guy that wants to kiss you on the forehead, right?
it's like the sweetest way to hook you and block you. And you know what's so crazy? Men always think it's us,
Damn.
right? And I'm gonna say this culturally, and I don't know if the other woman on the panel is like maybe from a similar community, but like culturally, when you go to stores, like you go to the Botanica or things of that nature, when you go to spiritual stores, it's mostly men in there. It's not us women, it's mostly men. These men know what they're doing. Don't let them play stupid to you. Men know more than they're telling us.
No, I believe that. Men are very good at manipulating women too. But yeah, I just feel like men are better at it.
for sure. I mean, I'm not really well. I am from a similar background. I'll just to give a little bit of background. Very similar. I'll just say that there's a lot of Native American in my bloodline, and Freemasonry and things like that. But um, so it's very similar. And I don't know if you guys know, but like the Freemasons, they use a lot of these tactics and concepts, in order to even just keep that organization up and running. Like it's so shrouded in secrecy, but it's really using old Egyptian prophecies. There's this tribe called the Warriors of the Lapis Lazuli. It was like an ancient Egyptian cult type thing. They based their thoughts and their teachings off the Egyptian Book of the Dead and things like that. But just going back to that, this topic in particular, sex magic, goes all the way back to it even predates ancient Egyptian culture. Like this is a very real concept, and you are either deliberately manifesting or you're manifesting by default. And I would hate for people to manifest not great circumstances in their life because they're not knowledgeable about what that energy can do and what it can bring forth and how fast and swiftly it can bring it forth.
I just wanted to touch on what Cat Daddy said. Wouldn't it be something if people spent more energy changing themselves instead of trying to change others? I think that's a very great point. I think sometimes us as women, we feel like we can change men. Oh, but if I do such and such and such, maybe he would want me. Maybe he would, you know what I mean? You can't change nobody. You
Right.
just can't. They are how they come, and that's it. And you have to accept them for how they are. And if you're okay with that, then be with them or whatever. But if not, if you're not okay, then I wouldn't suggest to go ahead and go along with that.
Absolutely. If I were to see God tomorrow and he was like, or she was like, you know, I'll grant one wish that you want, and you can live the rest of your life with knowing this or having this, this gift. I think I would ask for accurate discernment in decision making, because when you make the right decisions consecutively in your life, you end up building the type of life that you want. And just like, Word was saying before he dropped down, um, you know, it's up to you how you use that energy, whether you put it out into the world and let other people siphon it and use it to make themselves billionaires, or you use it to elevate your own situation. That energy will be expended either way.
Definitely.
You know the
Caribbean.
craziest sex magic spell I ever heard someone tell me? You know how like we'll tell a guy I'm gonna rub your feet, I'm gonna cut your toes, like you give him the man pedicure, right? So guys always trip out and talk about the spaghetti, and that's a myth. Most people ain't coming at you through spaghetti, right? You can eat the spaghetti, it's safe. But this female told me in my culture, she was like, I gave him a pedicure and I cut his toenails and I took his personal concerns and I tied him. Now, after they had sex, she took the semen and she put that also with those personal concerns and she tied him. So you have to be like super conscious of what people get a hold to while you're having intimacy, you know? Because as women, we're not even thinking like you're sitting there and you're wet. You know what I'm saying? Let's say he puts it on your butt or he puts it on your back or whatever, whatever. If he's into certain cultures, he could take that and take it right out the door with him and do whatever he want to do with it. None of us are really conscious about what we're allowing people access to when we're having sex.
Mm,
I
We
agree.
never think about that. We just think they create an art.
absolutely. I mean, there are, I'm not going to, I won't say the specifics, but there are people in my family who are of, Creole origin. And I will say that um, that person had 4 husbands that died the same way under the same circumstances. Um, so
Damn.
the culture ain't for the weak of heart. Like the things that can happen can cause real damage. Um, but again, she was a practitioner, and you know, she may have used her knowledge to do things in ways that were not ethical. Um, but these things are very real, and I don't think that you should dabble in them without knowing the risks involved, without doing your own research and understanding what you're doing. I remember about maybe 12 years ago, there was this lady named Doreen Virtue. She created like oracle cards and an angel board. It's basically a Ouija board that looks like an angel board, and you call in like archangels and things like that. But people didn't realize, just because it's called an angel board, it doesn't mean angels are communicating with you through that board. And just because you're trying to create with sex magic, if you have something negative in mind and there are negative entities in your vicinity, they can maximize the negativity in your life. Like, so there's even more emphasis on just keeping your space clean and clear of junk,
So
debris.
basically, you should, if you decide to have sex magic, you need to be doing this on your own
Right.
I think so. I think it's best on yourself instead of somebody else.
with
I
someone else.
like, if you have clarity and you have peace of mind, you can make the best decisions for yourself. And the only time we make the wrong decisions is when we get overwhelmed and we get caught up in our emotions. That's when we make mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Marlene said, I spent years working on myself, and literally, it takes years to work on yourself. And think about like Cat Daddy said, think about the amount of people if they would just work on themselves. But that's the problem. I mean, that's the reason why you got insecurities, jealousy, all of that. We wouldn't have all of this stuff if people decided to work on themselves.
Right.
Discipline is underrated. Our lives are the accumulation of our habits. Do we show more or less discipline and devotion towards productive or counterproductive habits? Culmination. That's how you pronounce it.
Culmination. Yeah.
Culmination.
Right. And then he said a lot of thought leaders say to keep our manifestations to ourselves. Those thought leaders are absolutely correct. Because when you tell a person your plans and your manifestations, they imprint their energy on that. And that energy can either be used to carry your manifestations higher or to bring them down. And rather than take a 50-50 chance of someone being jealous that you're manifesting and keeping it to yourself, like I would keep it to myself. Like I would definitely offer, the knowledge to people who seem that they would be receptive to it, but I definitely wouldn't go around showcasing, because people are jealous and they can block your blessings with their jealousy.
Fuck, I've learned it the hard way. Yeah,
Did
I've
we
definitely
talk
learned
about
that
the
the
different
hard
type
way.
of sex magic spells?
Huh?
Did you talk about that already? The different types of like sex magic spells? Did you cover that already?
No, go ahead. The different types of sex magic. No, we
You
didn't.
know what I don't participate in because men are so tricky about this, but it could be women too. Is the survey. You know how when you having sex, they ask you the whole survey. They be like, "Is it mine? Is it good?" Da, 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 da. That's a form of getting to you too, because it's conditioning you. You know,
I
it's
mean, it
setting your
is.
mindset. Then he
Believe it or
climaxes
not, it's like a
done.
spell. It
Do not
is. It's like a
participate in the
spell.
survey.
It's true. It's true. You don't really think about it, but it
Yeah.
is like a spell. Is it mine? Is it, as I got older, I'll be like, I wouldn't say shit. Is it mine, sir? I don't know. It's not yours. Are you kidding? I believe that. I be trying to tell my man that all the time to stop saying everything on social media. Yeah. I mean, I just recently told her that I was going especially on my other channel, I was going to stay away for a bit, because there's certain things that I'm going through that, whatever, whatever, but I don't need nobody all in my business. So, and I've learned the hard way from that, like saying certain things online. It's just, I don't know, this online shit is crazy. But yeah. Yeah, don't if you're trying to manifest, don't tell nobody you trying to get a house or you trying to do this, because people is out here trying to block whatever it is you got going on. People don't be mean everything. People don't mean everything for your good. Exactly. They sure do.
Absolutely. But there are still some genuinely good people out there that are worth taking a risk on, but it's just being centered and being grounded so that you can.
Y'all, she all about butterflies and rainbows, but
Well, no, I'm saying there
I'm
are
just gonna
still
say
good, I'm saying there are still good people out there, but
rare, but go
your
ahead.
spirit your spirit will tell you whether you're dealing with a good person or not. Your body will tell you whether you're dealing with a good person or not. You just have to pay attention.
Yes, but child, okay.
I want to say
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
grateful for what I learned from the other lady that's on the panel. I don't know her name, Tay.
AJ, Amber.
AJ, got you.
Mhm.
AJ, you said something earlier about the sex magic. You said that if a child is conceived in the spirit of that sex magic, whatever energy was between y'all, whatever spirits were between y'all, that's what that child is going to be consumed of, right?
Right.
And it made me think about how we always say the most toxic men. Can I say that? Can I say the D word? We
Say
always
whatever
talk
you want to say
about
in this channel. I don't
we
give a fuck. Say what you
always
want
talk about devil dick. We be like, this nigga couldn't read, but he has the best dick in the world, right? So
to
now you got me, you got me thinking, like, you can't. It's just such an oxymoron that the worst men have the best loving. But
Oh,
like you just said, if it's not right, it's not gonna be right. You made me think about that.
say.
exactly. And like most women can specifically remember when they conceived, and they can remember the energy that was present when they did. And they can tell me whether that energy was good energy or whether it was anxious energy or whether it was just plain old I'm bored with this energy. And this is just after doing so many consultations and readings with people. I've noticed the energy that they were carrying at the time of creation is what that child's core demeanor, a part of that child's core demeanor.
I was just laughing at what Cat Daddy said. So, if she can form coherent sentences, I am doing something wrong.
Oh God.
I'm hollering, and then Game Pro talking about right, Cat Daddy. Hey Tracy, how you doing? If she isn't acting possessed, I consider it a failure.
Oh God.
Y'all need to stop. Ain't nobody acting possessed around here. Some of the old folks used to call some kids hate babies, and it took me a while to understand what they meant.
Wow. That's deep.
Very deep. Very, very, very deep.
Hate babies. Yep.
Mhm. Yes,
AJ, you
baby.
got me about to drop off the panel and go to the corner and think about my own sex life
Oh
because
my,
what you said was so deep. It was so deep. Like, you don't want to
Right.
manifest the wrong thing with sex, man. You know,
You
right.
don't.
sometimes that wrong thing be good in some ways, but maybe it's not good for manifesting
In
the
other,
right thing.
right. And I'm telling
Set
you,
my life straight.
in the heat of the moment when you're manifesting, like you're not really weighing the pros and cons of what you're asking for. And that's why that foresight is available, or foresight is important, so that you can train your brain to start thinking a particular way. Any energy can be changed, and every negative attribute has its positive aspect. Even if a child was conceived in hate or in jealousy or in anger or in rage, there are still fruit in those emotions that can be used to bring out positive aspects of that side, of that particular child or person. So it's not like a doom sentence, but the sad truth is, most children end up having to work through trauma that they never asked for. And, and it could be the energy of what's going on around them. It could be the mind state the mother was in. Like, it's not always the mom's fault. Sometimes it's the environment the mom was in. Like, so, you know, it's it's such a touchy subject because some people interpret it as parent blaming when that's not really what it is. It's just being mindful and understanding that what you think and what you do and how you feel has a tangible effect on reality.
Mhm. I agree.
AJ, you are safe. But y'all, I love the panel. I'm gonna go back to the chat with the rest of the ladies. But AJ, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Nice.
Thanks, Tay.
Thank you for coming up. I appreciate that. It's always a pleasure with Miss 702.
Absolutely.
Bring something, different. Something different. She added to the conversation, and I like that.
Absolutely. And this is a culture that she grew up with. This is not pseudoscience to her. This is something that grew up as a part of her culture. So, she added very, very valuable things to the conversation. And I'm glad that
Mhm.
she came up.
Appreciate that.
And it's not the first time she came up. So I always love her I always love her coming up. So
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Um, anything else you want to add? I don't know. I don't think I have anything else.
just don't accidentally manifest that you don't want. Like, mind your thoughts. That is so important, to mind your thoughts. And it's one of the hardest things. It seems like it's so simple, but what we think is 99% of the problems that manifest in our life.
Right. I think this is a really good conversation. I know some people might have felt like they wasn't into this or in tune or whatever, but maybe someday, you're into it, or you learned something or you took away something. Yeah, but I'm teachable and I learned. That's good. I'm glad you learned 702. But you taught me some things too up here, girl, because I sure didn't know about the forehead thing. I thought that was just, oh, he being sweet. Oh,
Yeah,
that's so nice. He didn't kiss me on the forehead. But no, that nigga is blocking my third eye. So I gotta, when he try to kiss me on the forehead, I'm gonna have to,
girl, you gonna be matrix in everything.
nigga, get your motherfucking
Yeah,
ass. Get your shit. I'll be over here. Get your get your ass back, girl. Windmill his motherfucking ass. AJ is dropping truth. That's what Cat Daddy said. He said you dropping truth, Amber. Hope you all have a magical night. Thanks, Game Pro. I hope you do too. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate everyone for coming in tonight. Miss 702 is dope, Tay. Miss 702 is dope too, Tay. Has intelligent panel. Oh yeah, she is. And she's always, like I say, Miss 702 is always, it's always a pleasure, when she comes up. I enjoy her conversation. When Drina come up, man, when all of y'all come up, I truly enjoy y'all. This is basically really a very good topic. I really don't have anything else, to talk about. I don't know if you want to say anything else on this. We shoot the shit or whatever you want to do, but yeah.
Yeah, no, like I think it was a very good conversation, and I think maybe people can take nothing from it and use it to manifest, and come back and let us know your results.
Right, right. A lot of leaders say to keep our manifestation, but basically, like what Drina had said too, she said, "I be like people don't mean everything for your good and stuff like that." Like I totally agree with that. You just got to be careful when you manifest.
Right.
Be careful. And I learned the hard way, you guys, when I decided to manifest, to say certain things. And I feel like maybe that's the reason why certain things was delayed. And so to keep your situation from being delayed, don't tell. When you at that point, and that's something that I had to, work on myself. When you're at that point and it's already done, then go ahead and say it. But until then, don't say nothing. You know, keep it to yourself. I'm definitely gonna read up and learn about this topic. Really? Yeah, Amber has said the guy name is Pascal, right? Pascal.
Beverly, um, last name.
Pascal Beverly Randolph,
Right.
and he is the one that developed like the sex magic, right? His mom was a slave.
Yeah, his mother was a slave.
Okay, yeah, his mom was a slave, so he was basically like biracial.
Right.
Good topic. I learned some really good things. I really do appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming out. I really don't have anything else to say. Did you want to touch on anything?
No, all I gotta say is, I hope I can find that other bottle of that whiskey because it got you feeling nice.
Yes. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't know why you didn't like it. Well, I know why you say you didn't like it, but it wasn't that bad to me, child.
Right.
I really loved it. Cat Daddy say, drink what Miss M2 say, Drina gave me a few words today. I'ma put into my manifestation. Oh, manifesting. Oh, that's good. Speaking of manifesting, do people still use vision board, dream boards, or whatever? I do.
I do.
I actually have one in my room hanging up. So I do. I don't know about anybody else, but I still use vision board. Yeah, I still do. My mom must have known something. She must have known. What do you mean known something? You talking about the forehead kiss? Hey, Nefertiti, thank you for coming in.
I know.
Neff, how you doing? We got to do a part 3. I still have more to add. Come on up. Come on up and let's talk about it. What else you want to say? Anything else you got to say? Because, I don't know what else to say. She did have, oh, Lord, she had 10 kids. Your mama had a lot of kids. For real. I have a vision board, right? Marlene says she still have a vision board. So,
Whenever whenever my cousin, well, her name is K2. Whenever she comes down, we'll have vision board parties where she'll cook, and then she has a whole bunch of magazines that she collected from libraries, and we make collages, and we watch good shows, we eat good food, we drink good liquor, and we just have a good time.
let me tell you this manifestation thing. And I don't know about anybody else. Maybe this was just my journey for me. But I feel like this manifestation, it takes practice. It takes practice. It takes time. This is something that I feel like you just can't do right away. Maybe for some people you can, but I really truly think that over time I've gotten to understand basically the laws of vibration, how I need to think, how I need to speak, how I need to, and after a while you understand because when you start manifesting and things start working in your favor, you start to understand, okay, so last time I did this and I did this. So, let me do this again to where it works like this. I just think you learn and you pick up. And the more you start manifesting, the more you vibrate and the more you're able to attract whatever it is you want to attract.
Absolutely.
Yes, the forehead kiss, but she didn't explain nothing. Oh, she didn't tell you, Marlene, huh? What he say? I can't right now. I'm on wife time. After she sleeps, I can, but you might be off. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, you know what? Like you say, we're gonna have to just do a part two or something like that. Next time we're gonna have to do a part two next time. But this is a very good topic. A very very good topic.
All Tay's idea.
Huh?
I said it was all your idea, this topic. This is a really good topic, but this was all your idea.
Yeah. Why you trying to say it's all my idea? Why you
Because it
trying
was
to
a
make
good
me
idea. It was a good
out? What?
it was a good topic. I wasn't taking credit because I didn't come up with this topic. But it's a
But
really
you trying to let people know I ain't come up with sex magic, so don't be putting that shit on me.
I'm not saying you came up with it, but I'm saying you came up with bringing it to the people. And as I was researching and learning things about it today, I learned so many cool things that I would have never learned if the topic had not been brought up.
Okay, so the reason why the topic had been brought up because, like I said, last week we talked about manifesting,
Yeah.
right? Manifesting the life that you want. So when I was on the phone with you, I was like, oh my God, I forgot to talk about the best part is when you have sexual intercourse with someone or just you get an orgasm and you manifest at the highest frequency, right? And I was telling you over the phone, I was like, oh my God, like I should have said that on the live.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm like, since I didn't say it on the live, let's just make it a topic and let's talk about it. And I was like, next week we'll just talk about sex magic and let's, discuss it because I just feel like that was very important and I missed that, during I just missed that. I missed that. I feel like, sex is one of the highest, sex is when you have an orgasm is one of the highest frequencies. Love, appreciation, freedom, all of that that's like the highest frequency.
Definitely.
So yeah, you have to eliminate where it says you have to eliminate doubt to properly manifest. You have to define what it is and align your thoughts and actions with taking advantage of your emotional climaxes. Baby, he said a word.
Mm-hmm.
The word said a word. I'm just saying, the word said a word. And I totally agree with all of that, he's saying. Um, but I do feel like even if you have doubt word, you can put a positive on top of the negative and it'll still work out in your favor. I personally feel like, because sometimes we still sometimes might have a little doubt. Maybe it ain't gonna work out. But when you get that feeling inside, this is the thing that I feel like people don't understand or listen to. You got to understand inside of here. When you think of a thought, how do you feel? How does that thought come across? You know? You have to really like check yourself. This is really self-work. This is self-work. If everybody is not gonna want to do this. You know what I mean? Because this is literally checking the inside of you. This is the shit that nobody knows, but you, like inside of here. Nobody knows when you say, "Oh, I'm smart," or "Oh, I'm pretty," or "Oh, I'm this." Nobody knows when you say that how it comes across in here,
Right.
you know. So this is literally some inside work shit, and everybody can't do it. Everybody's not gonna be capable of doing it, and you really have to check yourself. You know, you really have to check yourself whenever you say certain things to yourself. And so everybody is not ready for that type of work. So this is not going to work for everybody at this time. So, you know. What Miss 702? Tay be brave. What you mean I be brave? Girl, listen, I don't care. YouTube don't pay me enough. Let me tell y'all something. I probably, if YouTube did pay me enough, I probably still gonna talk my shit. What you think, Amber? I'm still gonna say shit, right?
Yep. She gonna be like, I don't need that. I'm gonna say what I want to say.
Right? I can't help it, and that's probably why a lot of people don't like me because I just say what the fuck I want to say, you know. And believe it or not, people sit up here and try to act like they like real shit, but people don't like real. People don't. A lot of people don't like real. You know, they can sit up here and act like it, but people don't like when especially when you telling about them, the real or whatever. People don't like that shit. So, but yeah, I feel like I don't know. YouTube don't pay me enough, guys, to sugarcoat or anything like that. So I'm gonna say what I want to say, okay? And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. This is a part two. We did part one already. Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. This is the part two. Yeah, so we're gonna have to do a part three then.
Oh my God. Cat Daddy just brought up something very interesting. He said, thanks to Stoicism, I've gotten to the point where I'm rarely angry and I tend to stay neutral, um, indifferent, or generally positive. Absolutely. Like with Stoicism, like that is like one of the principles that I conduct myself by. Like I'm into that self-depreciating humor, that like all the aspects of stoicism I align with. And it's definitely something worth looking up. because people who suffer from anxiety or emotional instability, um, if you practice anything long enough, you can align with the principles. And I will say, like, I'm a highly emotional person, but you know, trying to align with that has helped me a lot, as far as like gaining control of my reactions, gaining control of my emotions, being mindful of the things that I say, even when I'm not in the best energy or I'm upset.
Yeah. Yeah, Marlene, people got to do their inner work. That's the problem. I got to the point where I rarely angry. I tend to stay neutral. I feel the same way. Basically, what Cat Daddy said. It's not too many things. I mean, it's not too many things that shift me. Like even recently, she can tell you my car got stolen, and after my car got stolen, I was on the phone with her, and I was just like, well, my car got stolen. I was just like, that's fucked up. But it wasn't like I was on some freaking out type shit. I was just like, oh, well, my car got stolen. So what am I going to do? Well, let me call the insurance company and let me do this and let me do that. And it's just, I don't know. I hardly get angry as well. So,
Right. And things that people mean to be negative end up turning out positive anyway. Okay. I mean, there's more to that conversation that let us know right then and there that what happened was a blessing in disguise. But, you know,
really was. Like when you say place something positive on it, I would say when you doubt, ask yourself why and investigate to understand. Like when you say something positive, I would say when you doubt, ask yourself why and because like okay, because you could be in a circumstance where where things don't look right, things don't look good. You could be in a poverty situation and you over here manifesting that you gonna be living in a 4 bedroom house or whatever, and you're gonna be out of poverty, you're gonna be living on a certain side of town. So typically people are going to doubt because it's like, well, where I'm gonna get this money from? Oh, or how I'm gonna be able to get this house. My credit bad as hell. Or, so all of these things come up in your mind when you decide I want to manifest something. Right? So if you ask yourself, okay, well, where does the doubt come from, and investigate where the doubt come from, because of my circumstances that I'm living in. I'm living in the motherfucking hood, and right now I don't see my ass living in the suburbs. Right?
yep.
But so I don't know what you mean when you say investigate and understand. It's just like shit. Basically, I don't see. I'm in a piss poor situation. I don't see myself coming out of this, and I'm sitting up here trying to manifest that I'm in the suburbs. That's why I say it's when you are in a certain situation, when you are in a struggle mentality, it's hard for you to see that you can get out of this situation. That's
Well,
why you're gonna have doubt when you decide to manifest. Okay, I want to live in the suburbs, but right now I'm living in the damn hood. It's gonna probably be some thoughts that fold back into your mind. Well, damn, how the hell can I afford this damn house? I ain't got no motherfucking job. I'm on housing, or hey, I make 725. How the hell I'm gonna do this?
well, just to kind of clarify on what Cat Daddy means by that.
You
Um,
mean word?
oh, I thought that was Cat Daddy who said that. My bad. Oops. Okay. Just touching up on what Word said. Um, when you question yourself, it's not about questioning, okay, should I feel like this or should I not feel like this? It's about questioning, like, what is the reason behind this emotion that I'm feeling right now? and understanding and resolving the core root of that particular emotion that you're feeling and why you're feeling it. I don't think he's meaning it in the term of question yourself and see if you're right or you're wrong, but question yourself and see where that feeling is really coming from. Because the chances are there's a deeper root that needs to be plucked and addressed.
Oh no, I totally agree with that. But the thing is that that deeper root is what you're speaking of is basically I'm in a piss poor situation. That's where the feeling is coming from. So you get what I'm saying?
Well, yes. And I mean, that's a part of it, but questioning yourself, okay, why am I in this situation? What can I do in the future? What can I do right now to make the situation better? It's asking yourself the pertinent questions that need to be asked.
So it's basically doing the work. When you manifest, you have to do the work and you have to put in certain things to make the situation manifest, right? You just can't just manifest and then not imagine, not actually go out and look at the house and not maybe get your credit together, whatever the things you need to do, right? Am I tripping? But no, I agree with I totally agree with what he's saying. It's just when you sit up there and you ask yourself the questions, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, I'm in a messed up situation. I'm in a messed up situation. So how did I get myself out? I need to get my credit together. I need to get my money up. I need to get a new job. We all know, you know what I mean? I mean, if you're not asking yourself this, then I feel like something's wrong. You especially if you want to get out of a situation, you should be asking yourself, okay, well, why am I in this situation? How can I get myself out? What can I do? you know, and you work on that. I get it to come back and just know your past actions place you where, and you exactly right. Your past actions place you exactly where you at, knowing that your current actions can determine where you are tomorrow, and that's the fact. Yeah, I mean, of course, you gotta know like every situation that everybody is in is because of your actions. That's why at any given time you can change your actions and decide tomorrow that whatever it is that everybody is doing now, that is that is really what's for the future. Whatever you're doing right now, if you're not doing anything for your future and you just on social media lollygagging, hee hee ha 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 ha, and you're not doing anything, well, that's what your future gonna be. But if you are somebody that's researching, studying, I don't know, going to school or whatever it is, you're deciding on whatever it is that you want to be, then that is your future. Eventually you will see that come to pass. That's just like investing. When you decide to invest in the stock market and things like that, that's your future. You know, definitely later on down the line, you will see growth, you will see investment, you will see capital. You know, you're investing in your future, and eventually you'll be at a point where you're not living that paycheck to paycheck or this and that. It's actually just taking the step to actually do it, to do the work, you know.
Phone died. Sorry.
Oh, girl. Yeah, no, I was just talking about, I basically same thing what Word was saying. I don't know, baby, I'm slow because I just automatically be thinking that's what people think because that's what I think. Like if I'm in an effed up situation, I'm gonna automatically think, okay, how the fuck can I get out of it? Okay, yeah, I already know I ended up in this situation because I made some terrible decisions, but I'm not supposed to dwell on me making terrible ass decisions. Now I'm supposed to decide to make good decisions. How the fuck can I get out of this? You know
Right,
what
but
I'm saying?
about dwelling on it, because if you can acknowledge and understand the decisions that you made and the outcome that those decisions had, you can save yourself from making 10 more decisions the same way. So it's not about um, beating yourself up, but it's about remembering the lesson from what you learned from this particular experience.
Oh yeah. Okay, so maybe I'm just fucking slow because I mean not that like I'm just slow, but I just automatically think this is how my mind automatically works. You know, if I'm in a situation, I'm like, okay, yeah, how can I get out of it? And I'm not supposed to put myself in the same fucking situation,
Yeah, but
especially if I'm trying to get out, huh?
I can tell you just, in the business that I'm in personally and hobby and professionally, people don't think like that. They are ready to blame somebody else for the reason that they're in whatever predicament they're in. People are not self accountable. So you're a rarity. Everybody doesn't think like that. Like some people need to be told, look within. Like a lot of they need somebody to tell them, hey, a lot of your issues are coming from within.
Damn, you right. I didn't think about it, but I mean, now that you say it, you're right. There is a lot of people on this earth that feel like there's other people. I never felt like that. Like the reason why you in the situation you in is because of you.
Right.
You
and,
know?
and even if other people caused it, aside from sexual assault and things like that, but even if other people cause it, you have to remember that people respond to your vibration. And a person is only going to be vibrationally attracted to you if you guys are a match on some level. And that's not just in regards to romantic or friendship.
Damn, you said a fucking word right there, boy. Boy, ooh wee. You ate me up with that one. Mm. You ate me up with that one right there. Yeah, you ate me up with that one.
You know,
Uh,
depends. Energy is just very real, and I think so many people like to write it off as a pseudoscience, and it's not. It's one of the realest sciences that even exists. Um, we have to be mindful of the energy that we keep around us and the energy that we put out into the world, because the energy that we put out into the world ends up making its way back to us like a boomerang. So, it's difficult to stay disciplined and trust the process. It really is. Like when I first started learning about the law of assumption, that was people's main issue with manifesting was doubt. And the people who would blindly just believe that what they wanted to come into fruition would come into fruition, they were able to manifest what they wanted. But those people who constantly doubted and always needed to know how or when or in what way it was going to happen, they constantly experience not manifesting their desires. So, um, staying disciplined and having trust in the process is not easy.
I'm sorry, y'all. I went to the restroom. What were you saying? I'm sorry. I just want to pick up.
Oh no, you're good. Cat Daddy just addressed you. He said, Tay, it's hard to stay disciplined and trust the process. And so I was just responding to that comment.
Oh yeah, it is. And then Marlene said, not everyone thinks that way. And you know what? I guess y'all right because you sit up here. me, I guess being a little, not really thinking fully about how, there are certain people who don't really, take accountability or feel like they're in a certain place because of them. I just automatically thought, because that's me. When I'm in certain situations, I know I got myself in that situation, and I'm really just trying to figure out how the hell I'm going to get out. I don't have time to be sitting up here trying to blame other people, knowing good and damn well I played a part in it. Even though, hey, somebody might have, I might have been friends with someone who was jealous or insecure of me or something like that. I still played a part in that, you know,
Right.
regardless of the situation. So when certain things happen, I look at myself and I'm like, damn, at that time, maybe I might have not been listening to myself. Of course, I might have seen the red flags, like even when you be with a guy, and he do certain things in the relationship in, and you like, you know what? I knew that motherfucker wasn't no good all along.
Right.
But and you want to sit up and be like, okay, well, whoa me, whoa, because they did this, or whoa, because no, I played a damn part in that shit. You know,
Right.
I let him treat me a certain way. I let him do this and do that. And even though I'm not with the physical violence or anything like that, but like even if somebody hits you or even like or even just or just I don't even know how to get it out. Like they're just verbally abusive to you. At some point you play a role in that, you know, because at the end of the day, you can stay or you can leave. And then they don't have to and then they don't have to deal with that energy. You're giving them that energy by staying.
Definitely.
So relinquish control, submit to the universe and its laws. But also, what did you accept? Right. It's like, what did you accept in the relationship? So I think that's the key. But yeah, y'all, this is pretty good. That's why I always say either you're influencing or being influenced. I say that so people can grasp what I'm saying by the word influence and can be substituted for energy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, facts. What up, Ryan? Thanks for coming in, sir. Addicted to what the dick did will get you in there. This all goes back to what Miss 702 said. Cause y'all be trying to hypnotize a bitch. Okay? And then it be like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So who thing this is? This all goes back to that, y'all. Excuse me, I'm over here spitting. Oh, I had an amazing. That's y'all fault, Cat Daddy. No, it's our fault too. We gotta take a part in it too. You see how we holding responsibility because he didn't say, who stuff is this. You have to hold the responsibility. So we holding the responsibility to Cat Daddy. Okay. I had an amazing mentor and therapist that taught me to strengthen my mind power. The more you believe in yourself, the limitation gaps become smaller.
That part.
Definitely. Definitely. So true. So true. Just imagine if the entire world would just do the work on themselves, what the world would be.
Paradise.
Would it be paradise?
It would be. I believe it would be.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, If everybody did the work, that means everybody's mentally balanced, which means everybody's ethical and fair by nature. It's paradise.
Right. You wouldn't need the police. You wouldn't need to
Right.
go to court. None of that, right?
Exactly. Because guess what? If a family was in need and they defaulted on their credit, the credit card company would just forgive the loan and be like, they're falling on hard times. We'll forgive it. But you know what? Every person that lapses, they have the ability to do that with how much money they make off the people that don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Or like or or like your job when you're in certain situations. They would say, "Oh, take all the time you need. You need more than 3 days bereavement, you know."
Let me tell y'all, we had one of our managers pass away recently. And she passed away maybe 3 months ago. Her name is already unknown user in our system now.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I be like. See, that's what I be saying. These companies, these jobs, these companies, they don't listen. They don't give a damn about you, baby.
Right.
Once you gone, you gone. That's why I say, take your vacation. If you got vacation, you use that shit. If you got PTO, use it. Use it. Cause these companies don't care. I was watching something, and a girl said, I will never give a job a 2 week notice because they don't give me a 2 week notice when they about to fire me.
That part.
And that's true. Because it's like, you want me to send you a 2 week notice and tell you that I'm no longer fit to be with the company. But when you decide to fire me, you don't give me a 2 week notice because I got a family, I got kids, I got, you know what I mean? I have financial things that I have to do. You don't give me a 2 week notice to get myself together to try to find me another job. So
Right.
why should I give you a 2 week notice?
Yeah.
You got to be fair, right? They're not being fair.
True.
Shit, they don't give a damn. They don't care. The more you focus on being your pure, authentic self, your vibration is high. And that's true.
Absolutely.
That is definitely true. I mean, that's why man. You know what? I feel like sometimes I take this life that I have for granted sometimes because I don't, it's like now it's been almost probably like 3 or 4 months now, and I haven't worked a job, and you know, I wake up and I do whatever. I just do whatever the hell I want to do, you know, and I go back and sometimes I think about the times that I would have to wake up and get ready for work and do this and do that, and I'm just like, man, I'm so thankful. I'm just so thankful, you know. I'm so thankful, y'all.
Definitely.
Sometimes I just tend to forget. I forget sometimes that, like, like, bitch, you used to have to get up, be at the computer, have to work all day, like I had to check myself sometimes. I had to check myself the other day. I'm like, man, I had to say thank you, because I remember the day. It wasn't that freaking long ago, but it's just as time go by, you get up and you get in your routine, and man, I get to sleep in. I get to, do this, do that, kick back, go to the store during the day because I notice, like, now that I'm off and stuff, I notice, like, when I be out and I look around, I be like, where's everybody at? But then I be thinking, damn, people got jobs,
Right.
I just be, it kind of messes me up, and I just be like, damn, oh man, I'm thankful for that.
Right.
I never give a notice. I do just like them. Wait until the end of my shift and tell them it was my last day.
Oh my God.
For real though, because man, they will fire you. They'll let you do your entire shift and then be like, "Well, we're gonna have to let you go."
Right.
Bitch, what you mean? But y'all, this was fun. I had a good time. We've been at our 2 hour, a little bit over our 2 hour mark.
Yes, guys, this was a great conversation. Thanks for coming up, Miss 702.
Yeah. All the people in the chat, I really do appreciate y'all. Y'all did not have to be here, but y'all decided to be here with us.
Yeah,
So we really do appreciate y'all.
so do.
Thank you, Marlene. And y'all have a good one. Thank you, AJ, for coming. I think this
Oh,
was good.
absolutely. Great topic.
Bye, you guys. See you next week.
See y'all. Good night.